Alrighty, good day and welcome. My name is Mr. JB and today we're going to be going through another quick Photopea tutorial. Today we're going to be going through how to create scribble art or scribble drawings using any sort of image that you want. Now when you're going through this, it is best if you can find something with no background or something that's a very simplistic background. Now with this, we've got our image of John Wick with a single colored-ish background. That's perfect, but if you've got something that's complicated, when you go through your scribbles, it can make things a little bit more difficult. So we're going to start off with this image of John Wick, and to begin, like we normally do, Control J and duplicate our layer. If you can't do Control J for whatever reason, you can right click and duplicate your layer. Now my background layer, I want to lock it out and I'm going to shut it off. That way I can just have it hidden there. I know it's there. It's kind of like my reference to go, dang, this is what it used to look like. Now with my layer one selected, we're going to go to new adjustment layer and go to our black and white. From there you can kind of tinker, lower some of these, brighten some of them, whatever you want to kind of create your image the way you want it. I'm just going to drop a couple things for the giggles and bam. Now from here I'm going to merge my two layers. So my black and white layer, I'm going to click on it and then I'm going to hold shift and then select my layer one. Both of them you should see are more of a lighter gray now in that menu to the right. And then I'm going to go to merge layers after I right click. Bam, they are on that one layer. This is exactly what we want. Now from here, we are going to click on our new adjustment layer and go up to color fill. And we are going to make sure that we are creating a black layer. With that, you'll end up with a new color fill layer that shows up on the top of your layers selections. And you're just going to drag it below your John Wick's black and white layer. From here, select your John Wick, add your raster mask, the piece that kind of looks like a camera, and make sure that your white box in terms of your new raster mask on your John Wick layer or whatever image you're using is selected, and then you're just going to press an Alt Control and select I. From here, your image should go pure black. That's because we basically just put a black layer on top of it. That's what we're doing. Now from here, we want to change our color down here in the bottom left to white. Bam. And we are going to select our paintbrush tool. Now you want to have this pretty small for this effect, and you want to choose hard mechanical brush. You can choose something else if you want to, but I prefer the hard mechanical brush and I go for something pretty small. My image is only about 300 by 700 pixels, so I'm not going to choose a large brush. I'm going to choose one that's 2 pixels in size. And then you're just going to go over, make sure that your black box is selected on your image layer, and you're just going to scribble. So I'm going to do that, and I will see you in a moment. Excellent. So from here, I'm happy enough with this. I'm just trying to show you the idea. You could do something far more artistic than what I'm doing, but this is just a basic principle, basic idea. Now, depending on how large your image is, you might need to adjust that pixel size for your brush to be larger, smaller, whatever, just so that way it's not drawing on it too big. This one might have been a little bit too big again for this image. Maybe 1 pixel would have been better, but either way, it's all good. Alrighty, so with all of these extra little lines that are kind of hanging out outside of John Wick, we want to try and remove those and kind of get those out of the way. Now, to go about that, we want to select our brush and we want to change our brush color to black. So we're going to go down here to our color selector, go all the way down to the black in the bottom corner, and we're going to make sure that our brush is selected. Now you could go over them and you could draw over them all in black and you take forever. So I like to go to my soft mechanical, or you can end up going to your soft round brush. They're the same. Make your pixel size a little bit larger, and you're just going to kind of fade those bits of those lines. This will help make sure that you don't get any hard edges, which usually can look a little bit weird when you're doing a project like this. So just going to go through and kind of fade out some of these areas. If you wanted to go for a solid round, because maybe that's the style that you're looking for, you want to make sure that it looks extremely solid, then by all means, whatever works for you and for your design. This is just how I do it based on this image for what I'm looking for. Now, if your brush is going too hard, you want to end up softening that up. For your blending, you can change the opacity and you can drop that and it won't change it as drastically. That could be an alternative way for going about and doing this in your project. Now with that, that's really all we're going to cover. Pretty quick tutorial running through this. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something and I hope you enjoyed. Have a wonderful day, take care, and be safe.